Throughout my educational journey, I have received numerous scholarships valued at nearly $250,000, and so it is safe to say that I know a thing or two about scholarship, where to find them, and how to increase our chance of getting them. In this video, I am going to share with you some general knowledge about scholarship, and then we are going to dive in and look specifically at scholarship for international students in Australia, where to find them and how to get them. So buckle your seat and let's get started. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Chin Tao. I'm an accounting and finance student in my final year based in Melbourne. I make YouTube videos sharing my experiences as an international student here. Sometimes I make some vlogs, sometimes I make finance video, and I'm just trying to share as much value to you as possible. So if you would like to see more, please click the subscribe button right now and let's dive right in. So here's a brief structure of this video. First of all, I'm going to talk about what is a scholarship, and then we're going to look at the types of scholarship there are in the world that you can apply for. Number 3 is going to be the main providers of scholarship, and number 4 is going to be the main part of this video, which is how to find and apply for scholarship to study abroad in Australia. And lastly, number 5, I'm going to share with you some tips from my experience. So if you are only interested in some part of this video, feel free to skip around and let's get into the video. So what is a scholarship? Scholarship in basic term is a package of money that is provided to you by somebody, maybe the government, your school, or somebody else, to help you with your education. Basically, you just go to study for free. Somebody else is paying for that. Most people, when they hear the word scholarship, the first thing they think about is either poor people or smart student. That's the basic two things that people think about. But in reality, there are so many types of scholarship out there that you can just go explore and apply. And it's not only for poor people or like smart students, which leads us to number 2, the types of scholarship. So there are so many types of scholarship out there that you can apply for. I am just going to mention a few types of scholarship for you to know that there are more than those 2 types of scholarship out there. The first type of scholarship is need-based. Need-based is a type of scholarship that is provided to the student because their family cannot really pay the university fee. The name of the scholarship kind of give it away already, which is because the student needs scholarship to study in that university. So if the student get accepted to study in that university, and they don't have enough money to like pay the full tuition fee, or the family cannot really pay the full tuition fee, it means that they need it, and it is provided by the university. From what I know, college and uni in the US provide need-based scholarship. Number 2 is merit or academic scholarship, which is a type of scholarship provided to students who have high achievement in class. Probably they get A's or B's in their final year of study. Some other scholarships are provided for students in order to attract their talent into the university. This could be provided to people who are good at sports, maybe good at leadership, or specific area like economics, finance, or accounting. For example, after high school, I received a 4 years full tuition fee scholarship to study in one of the top universities in Moscow, Russia, because that time I was representing my country, Cambodia, to participate in the International Economic Olympiad. Another one is contest-based scholarship. This is a type of scholarship provided to you when you win some kind of competition. You could win anything ranging from money to a new phone to a new watch to a trip to other country as well. Throughout my life, I have won a few of those contest-based scholarships. I won a watch, a trip to Chiang Mai, a trip to Indonesia, and a trip to China as well. Another type of scholarship is only provided to a specific type of people, maybe because they are underrepresented in that community. For example, there could be a university somewhere in the world that is looking for a Cambodian student to study in their university for the first time ever, so they might provide a full tuition or full scholarship to study there. Only for those students who are Cambodian, because in this specific case, they are underrepresented in that university. And another one is scholarship for international students. This could be under the merit-based, the need-based, and other types of scholarship. Okay, so now we're going to look specifically at the scholarship for international students in Australia. There are 2 main providers for this type of scholarship: the government and the university itself. Generally, the scholarship from the government is fully funded. Fully funded scholarship means that you don't need to do anything, just come here and study. The government will take care of all your necessary expenses. They will give you salary, they give you food, they give you a place to stay, and so you only have to study very hard because they have pretty high standard, to be honest. However, to get a scholarship from the government, it is honestly very hard because a lot of people compete with each other trying to get that benefit from the government, and it's not always a good thing also, because if you come here on a government scholarship, there will be condition like after you graduate, you have to go back to your country for maybe 2 years, and during that 2 years period, you cannot come to Australia to study or do anything at all, because they kind of like want you to go back to your country and help in the country's development. Another type of scholarship is provided by the university university itself. This is the one that I am having right now. It is generally not a fully funded scholarship, meaning they might give you some partial scholarship or full tuition fee scholarship. So this type of scholarship could range anywhere from 5%, 10% to like 80%, 100%, and maybe they give you some money as well, maybe a little bit. Even though this is not really the ideal scholarship that most people are looking for, I remember like when I was young, I was really looking for the fully funded scholarship because I don't want to spend my parents' money at all. But this type of scholarship is at the end of the day not really a bad thing. The main benefit of this scholarship is that there's no condition for you to go back to your country after you graduate. Meaning after you graduate, you can apply for a working visa in Australia here for maybe 2 years or 3 years, meaning that there's a possibility for you to get permanent residency here. So let's now move on to the main part of this video, which is how to find and apply to the scholarship to study abroad in Australia. So now I'm gonna discuss about the scholarship that is provided by the government for us first. Basically, I'm from Cambodia, right? So if I were to look for a scholarship right now, I would go to Google and then search maybe Australian government scholarship for Cambodia. There will be like a lot of links popping up, and then I would go and find the legit one that has maybe .gov at the end or .com.au, something like that, trying to find the government's website. After finding, I'll go in and then read all the eligibility and then see if I can apply or not, or if I need to like take another exam, maybe IELTS test or any other things that I need to gather together in order to apply for that scholarship. As simple as that. All you need to do is just go to Google and read and find those information and apply. It is easy to say, but getting the scholarship is honestly very hard. A lot of people try to apply for that, and a lot of those people are people who really study very hard. So there are very limited spots available. Your chance of getting it is like very low unless you are one of those top students or very lucky students. To find the scholarships that are directly provided by the university, there are a few ways that you can do to find them. First of all is like to do it yourself. You can go to Google again, and then if I was in high school right now, I would go to Google, and then if I want to study in Melbourne, I'll search like universities in Melbourne. Then there'll be like popping a lot of universities name, and then I would go directly into each university's website and then find the word scholarship or like financial aid, something like that, and then I'll try to find the word scholarship for international students. A lot of universities in Australia provide that kind of scholarship, ranging anywhere from like 10, 15%, 20% to like 75, 80% or 100%. I understand that this is not one of the most efficient way to find scholarships, and this might be one of the most stressful time that you have ever experienced in your life, because you have like the graduation coming up, or maybe you are preparing for your final exam before going to university. But this is just what I did, and it works. The main point is it works. If you are unsure whether the university that you are applying to have scholarship or not, you can email directly to them. They have people working there full time just waiting to reply to your message. Another method is to ask agents in your country for the information about the scholarship to come and study in Australia. There are a lot of agents out there. The one that I used when I came here was IDP because it was free for me that time because they were partner of my high school. But you can go for any other agents. I think if you just go and ask them for some information, it is free until you decide to go with them and ask them to help you with the visa application, uni application and all that. They might charge you some fee for that. But I still suggest that you go ask them to see what scholarships that you can apply for to come here. Another method is to use apps that kind of act as a scholarship search engine. I haven't seen any apps in Australia that allow students in other countries to apply to many universities in Australia yet using only one app. I have seen in the US and UK. I applied to a lot in the US using the Common app and the Collision app. It works very well and I got some offer from there as well. And here are some tips from my experience. First of all, you have to have a clear goal in mind. When I was young, I really want to go study abroad. That was like one of my main goals. I just want to get out of my country. I want to see the world. And I don't care which country that I am going to go to, but I just want to go out and study abroad. So here I am. I had a clear goal and then I went for it. No matter what, I try to find a way and come here. When you have a clear goal in mind, you will do everything that you can in order to like increase the chance of achieving that goal. For example, when I was young, I know that in order to go study abroad, I need to be like pretty good at English. At least I need to be able to communicate with other people. So during that time, a lot of my friends spend most of their time studying extra classes in math, science, physics, biology, and other subjects, but not English. For me, I did not go to any of those extra classes at all. I spent most of my time studying English. Tip number 2 is to try to do everything that you can under your control. This could be studying hard, try to be active in class, go to social events, participate in competition, and then do volunteering. All of these activities will add up and build your resume and then make you stand out when you apply for scholarships abroad. Even though doing those things doesn't guarantee you a scholarship to study abroad, it helps increase your chance. Most people, they just want to go and study abroad, but they don't really try hard. Tip number 3 is to pursue your passion project if you have one. I did not really have any passion project when I was in high school, but if I was in high school right now, I would like try to grow this YouTube channel and then build something of my own. So if I was asked to write an essay to apply for a scholarship, I can bring those passion project up and give it to them. It is kind of like you're building your own portfolio for them to look at. Tip number 4 is to ask people who already achieved it for some tips and advice. This refers to people who already got the scholarship that you want to apply for, or anyone who got scholarship. I remember when I was in high school, I messaged a lot of my seniors who already got scholarship and then went to study abroad. Even though they did not know me at all, I sent them a message, say hi, want to introduce myself to them. I'm telling you from my experience right now, I think you should just send them a message. You got nothing else to lose. Just send them a message. If they are very nice and if they can help you, they would help. And if they cannot, then it's fine. You can just make a new connection with them. Tip number 5 is to take chances. You have to keep applying again and again everywhere that you can. Don't worry too much about whether the scholarship is good enough or the country is good enough. Make that decision after you get the scholarship offer. If you really want a scholarship, you have to have a mindset that you got nothing to lose and then you start everything from zero. So everything is like just a cherry on top. You have nothing right now, so just keep applying and then hope for the best. Tip number 6 is to recognize that luck play a big role in scholarship application. Think about it, you're not the only one who has A's in class, or like you're not the only top one in class. Even though you might be the top of your class, there are many students from all over the world applying for that same scholarship, and they all or most of them are the top of their class also. So you are not the only one. Recognize the fact that luck is also a big part of scholarship application. You have to keep applying again and again, never give up, and don't be afraid of rejection, because I have received like tons of rejection before I come into this point. So you should not be afraid of rejection at all. And my last tip for you is to keep staying positive. It's not the end of the world whether you get a scholarship or not. Education these days in 2024 is free everywhere. You can just go to YouTube and then search for the things that you want to learn, or you can apply for like scholarship on Coursera also. You can learn all of them for free, and you have to remember that everything will work out at the end. I remember this concept very clearly from Steve Jobs, where he said that we all can only connect our dots looking backwards and we cannot connect the dots looking forward. Meaning that when we do something, just do them with the best of your ability, try your best and keep doing them again and again. You will never know when you're gonna use them or when it becomes helpful until it really becomes helpful. And then you look back, you see, oh, that makes sense. So you should try your best doing whatever that you can, whatever that you're doing right now, and then hope for the best. It will eventually work out. And now if you're ready to come and study in Australia and you wonder how your life might be like when you're here, check out this vlog right here where I share my whole day where I just go between uni and work. And if studying abroad is one of your main goals right now, I highly recommend you watch this video where I share 3 unexpected lessons that I've learned ever since I come to Australia as an international student. I'll see you on the other side.